Hi, I'm Anne Marie, and I'm a member of the Sunfire Stable show team with another installment of I Signed Up for the Show Team, What's Next? I am really excited to be here at Champagne Run in beautiful Lexington, Kentucky with my friend Kathy, who some of you might recall used to ride Ty quite a lot at Sunfire. Kathy's here to talk about something that we call, that's actually the title of the video is What's Next? Kathy, you started riding as a child, and so then what's next after that?
I started riding at 8, taking lessons, hunter jumper lessons at 8. And then we moved to another town where there was a show barn that did hunter and jumper. So I did that until I was about 15 or 16. We then moved to Hawaii where they don't have competitive horseback riding, but I did find a barn where you could ride English and jump. So we did that. When I came back, I went to college and was on the Purdue equestrian team for a while. And managed a horse farm in Germantown, Tennessee for a year. And then life got in the way. I went to graduate school, as lots of you know, and became a lawyer in Burlington, and got married and had a baby, and life got in the way. And then I had a law office in Burlington, and my partner got pancreatic cancer, and we did a fundraiser for her. And as part of that fundraiser, I'm not real sure how it happened, I just know that it did, Anne Marie showed up at my front door with gift certificates to Sunfire as part of the fundraiser, and told me about Sunfire and convinced me to at least go see if I could actually still ride when I wasn't, 20 and 120 pounds. And I did. I went back, and Jen convinced me that I could ride, that I could enjoy it, that it was going to be okay, that it was okay not to be young and skinny anymore, that you could be old and fluffy and still ride and enjoy it. And then we moved to Lexington. My husband wanted to retire, and our compromise place was Lexington. And a couple months after we landed here, I checked out Champagne Run, which was just down the street from the apartment that we rented. And it is mostly an eventing barn, but there are also, just like at Sunfire, a number of ladies that are, and some gentlemen, that are senior.
Experienced.
Anywhere from, let's say, 40 to some 80-year-olds. And I started riding here. I jumped for a while. She convinced me, Sarah, my very first lesson here, she put me on one of the school horses and asked me what I hoped to accomplish here. And I said, well, I'd like to see if I could jump again, because I had not done that at Jen's. And she's like, well, your leg looks good enough to me. Let's do it now. Mm-hmm. And despite the dialogue that was going on in my head, we did. And I rode the school horses and showed in some mini trials here, which are the dressage and stadium jumping part of 3-day eventing. And then a year and a half ago, bought my own horse, Reggie, who Anne Marie's put some videos up.
Yes.
And I'm sure there's at least one more video she's putting up with her in it and me. And the rest is history. I had a bad fall a year ago and had to have surgery on my leg, and decided that maybe jumping, it was an injury during a show, jumping, that maybe jumping was not the best idea with the vigorous and enthusiastic support of my husband. And so Reggie and I have been doing dressage. Reggie's background is dressage. And we've shown here, we've actually shown pretty successfully here. And the next step for me, hopefully, after seeing Sarah ride him out at the horse park this weekend, is maybe taking him to the horse park and riding him myself out there. So
That's a great what's next thing, is that I did put the video up after the braiding and his tests. The what's next for you is seeing Sarah ride him, seeing him be successful, and saying, one of the issues was they were concerned that he would be a little bit nervous in a new environment, whatever, and the tiny little mistakes that he made were the same ones that he made here at Champagne Run. So it's encouraging for Kathy to say, oh, what's next? Maybe I can ride him there. Maybe I can go to that show. And that was really exciting to see. And it was really exciting to ride with you this morning. So, so for any riders, what could their what's next be? What would you say to that?
I try to judge things now as an adult by measuring it against myself, not measuring it against other people. As a kid, you know, you went to shows and you wanted to beat everybody. Now it's, can I get a slightly better score? Can I remember to, you know, keep him from throwing his shoulder around the corner in a test? Can I remember to, you know, sit back and not perch? Because going from hunter jumper to dressage is interesting.
Speaking of, well, what's next?
And so I think that for me as an adult, I like to compete, but I'm more interested in trying to do better myself. For instance, Reggie scores were about consistent with what he was getting at Champaign Run. Competition was much more out there, but I was thrilled to death that he did everything he was supposed to. He didn't spook. And, you know, so we take baby steps. We've been doing various tests in intro dressage this year, and next year we're moving up a level, so we'll see how it goes.
That sounds good. That's good. And that was an impressive what's next for Reggie too, because he was competing at one level and Sarah really upped his game. So, and it made it nice for you to see, maybe I can do that. So,
Yep.
As a final word, I'd like to thank you so much for doing this. It was wonderful to see you and have a lesson with you. And if anybody has any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments and we'll send them to Kathy. So see you next time. Bye.